Picks the really unconventional pick is the one that Jakeyy is opting for. Jakeyy is going to be on the Zol here. We're going to be starting off on Miami Dome, and let's see how this game number one goes. Already Saphir picking up a weapon. Acno left weaponless for the moment, able to pop out a neutral. Blaze setting up a huge juggle onto Saphir, and Godly following up.
So we just saw, the last time we were on this map, we saw Mounir with a lot of great extension off stage, whether it's the soft platforms, whether it's like gravity canceling, way out on the edge. His ability to just extend his like zone of influence beyond the main stage was fantastic. That gave his team a lot of time and space to just control that main stage. So far though, the blue team has been very split by the red, and Godly's kind of acting as the middleman, going back and forth, like where do I want to do this man advantage? I want to do the man advantage on the right, get the stock,
Jakeyy.
now go over to the left, get the man advantage, get the stock on the left side as well, have a full entire team wipe of blue.
Godly able to get that GCD light off. Mounir coming back onto the stage. Blaze still hanging onto that stock, and that's one stock gone off the top. Acno still holding onto this one, but he is letting them fly.
Just neutral signatures everywhere, that perfect diagonal angle, almost using those soft platforms like a funnel. Funneling them in from the left diagonal, funneling them in from the right diagonal. Perfect direction.
Yeah, it's just the target. He says, hey, eventually you're gonna land here. Let's see if we'll be able to work it out. Blaze popping out that D-Sig, doesn't find a connection. Mounir off stage for a second, Saphir keeping his teammate nice and safe. Jakeyy comes back on, catches red team stacked. Mounir with the side of the follow-up, and Godly's stock is gone.
That's so tough because that was off of Godly hitting a stomp. I can't remember if he picked up both members of the blue team or just Jakeyy, but he picked up Jakeyy with a stomp right on the corner, and then because it was that goofy corner pickup, he couldn't find the side air after. And then all of a sudden that turned around, and then Jakeyy got a KO onto Godly off of this. That's really tough.
Okay, Saphir trying to set up a juggle here, able to get a couple of neutralities off, but that is going to be his second stock gone, and Jakeyy gonna be soon to follow as well. It is now currently one stock apiece for everybody.
Is that the third double KO we've seen this game, Dara? What's going on?
They're stacked, and they are falling into all the hitboxes the red team needs here. It is currently one stock apiece. It is Mounir who needs to play back, who needs to play as safely as possible. He is so deep into the red at this point.
Nice.
Oh,
Saphir wanted the ground pound there, but Blaze actually went back onto the main platform rather than kind of retreating defensively down over to the wall.
All members of red team, they have quite a bit of damage on them, but given that it's Bud and given that it's Telos, I feel like they'll be hanging on to their stocks for a little bit longer here. We'll see if that transpires. Saphir going out there for a side sig, and both members of the red team just able to get out of the corner and back onto the stage nice and safely.
Yeah, this is where it's really tough for blue. Like, even though they have all members of the red team, like, pretty damaged at this point. One, we're on a bigger map, so, like, the KO moves may not KO here. Like, that neutral signature doesn't KO here because the ceiling is too high.
Yes.
Does finally find it there, but it's so difficult for blue team to find, like, any momentum in that 2v3 in a different way than a 1v2, because if you're in the 1v2 and you hit an opponent away and that splits their team up, you only got to deal with one guy. But if you're looking at 3 people and you hit one away, even if they're super red, you send them flying all the way across the screen. Let's say best case scenario, you even KO. We'll even give you that one. All of a sudden, you're still staring at 2 people. Like, you get one person out of there and you're looking at, like, the next worst case scenario, which is looking at 2 people instead of 3. So, like, the 2v3 like and the 1v3 is so difficult.
Yeah, the advantage state is both a little bit more dead in the water sometimes, and then even more lethal, especially when you catch them stacked with each other, as red team was able to do successfully. We saw a lot of simultaneous KOs. Let's see how this next game goes. We'll be opting to just stick to the Miami Dome, and we'll see how this one works out. Already Mounir, nice follow-up there. Godly off stage, taking a little bit of damage here. Looking for that end light, not able to find it quite yet. Saphir holding onto the ground, doing what Ogrim does best. Axe D-Sig, Axe N-Sig coming out as well. Jakeyy going out there for a crazy GC side light and wasn't able to connect, but the sider does. Acno's off stage. Jakeyy doesn't get the ground pound. He just needed to hold on to it a little bit longer, but he was afraid of the recovery.
Now, unfortunately, like, the way that was working out is we had two 2v1s going on. It was like Godly and Blaze against one member of the blue team, and then it was 2 members of the blue team against Acno. And Acno was able to survive his 1v2. And it looks like now...
GCD light too! The reversal! Mounir with the sider as well!
Dude,
Blaze going out there! The ground pound!
Oh! He must have dodged through that recovery, because I believe hammer recovery works the same way that it works on a lot of other weapons, where, like, if you hit a teammate and an opponent at the same time, it'll prioritize the opponent if it's a quote-unquote grab move, like a bow recovery. So So I think there was just a dodge that came from the blue team member so that the overwrite didn't happen, and it just hit his team.
Okay, it is 2 stocks apiece. Blue team has taken quite a bit of a beating here, and that is going to be Mounir losing a stock off the top. Godly left weaponless till he picks up that axe. Sidelight, love that back away, trying to avoid Acno's signature there. Saphir looking through the recovery. Acno with a bit of friendly fire, making it more difficult for Godly to land here.
Okay, there's a cider from Saphir. It's going to split up the red team.
Wow.
Now 1 KO. If they can get the stock onto Blaze, he's extremely damaged. Then they can turn, put a little bit more damage on Acno. There's a desync from the middle of the stage, splitting up blue team. Dude, the desync is so good. I feel like almost every team should have an Orion.
Wow, Saphir off stage, able to take that stock off of Blaze. Saphir is going to be soon to follow as well. Nicely done from Acno. And now it is Jakeyy who is stock tanking. Let's see what Jakeyy is going to be able to make happen here. The sidelight doesn't actually connect. Trying to go through the downer. Not able to find the connection there either. Acno is off stage. Is he going to be able to make it back on? Yes, he will.
Acno's just like, he's fought like 1v2s like 3 different times this game, and he's come out either even or on top in all of them. It's great. Like, he's fighting 2 people on the edge again. And he trades 1 for 1. He's going even. He does it again.
Okay, Godly able to get the recovery. The weapon toss is able to come out. That's going to be the stock. And now, all of a sudden, it is Jakeyy who has to fight a 1v3. Does he have that kind of sauce in him? And the answer is no. He wanted the ground pound. He tried.
Oh, man. Dude, look at Acno's damage. He did 613. He was fighting 2 people like the entire game. And he was somehow handling both of them, forcing them to not only whiff that he can counter punish, but also like hitting their own teammates. Like, there are probably several replays where Jakeyy like came in and hit a ground pound onto Mounir or onto Saphir while they were both trying to double edgeguard Acno. Crazy. Yeah,
I don't know how he kept making it back onto the stage as well. He made himself untouchable out there. Also, I don't remember who it was or which stock it was, but it was either Acno or Mounir. Somebody got like a crazy like reversal with like a GCD light sail off stage. It was just like one stock. It was one little moment, but it was just something I loved. So we're going into the next game here. I mean, how do you stop this team right now? How do you stop Acno, Godly, and Blaze? They are looking indomitable. It felt like Jakeyy didn't have the most presence that last game. We're not seeing any huge, like, cannon stuff happening, right? You want to take people side to side. You want to pull somebody into your own little dimension and take them super deep off stage. And we didn't really get to see a whole lot of that game.
Yeah, the knockout capability of this team is starting to shrink quite a bit. Also, yeah, like 2 people being on Acno duty while he's over on the edge, like I think they need to not force that so many times because it wasn't working. So then you're just leaving like the other person to 1v2 Godly and Blaze, and like that obviously wasn't working either.
Yes.
So I think like not focusing so much on the 1v2 against Acno. Ooh, okay. Mounir finding KO early on. The KO potential is back on this team.
Down to the ground pound as well. Acno is going crazy off stage. Saphir's first stock is gone. Jakeyy left off stage weaponless, and Blaze said, hey, I have a cider with your name on it, but the recovery comes out at the perfect time. Jakeyy, can he make it back on? The downer comes out. The chase dodge up. Jakeyy lives, and Mounir is able to get the KO.
Yeah, the down air hit both Acno and Jakeyy. Jakeyy had enough to get back, and it set up the edge guard. And then Jakeyy still stuck around just in case he was needed to secure the edge guard. I love that team play because he also didn't risk his stock. Like, he wasn't being reckless.
Yes.
He wasn't being greedy or risky. He was there in case he needed to be.
Okay, Mounir just being nice and patient, making sure that Saphir, his teammate, gets back on safely. The side sig is able to whip through, but luckily does not get punished for it. The D-Light, oh, the recovery punish as well. Nicely done. Can Acno make it back on? He has done it before. He has fought against those 1v2s, 1v3s off stage, and he still makes it back on again and again. Finally picking up the weapon, puts off stage again. Can Jakeyy secure this downer? The answer is no. Acno finds one of his own instead.
They either got to get this stock off of Jakeyy or they got to get it off of Saphir, or this red team is really going to fall behind. Acno is so damaged. Every hit's going to send him flying. Great side air on 2 members.
Wow.
Are they going to get 1 off of this? Yes, they get 1. No, they don't get 1. Yes, they get 1, but they don't get 2. Yes, they now get 2.
Blue team, each of them knocked down to last stock, and the player that I just keep focusing on is going to be Acno. He keeps making it back from disadvantage. He keeps making it back from so deep off stage here. Okay? Mounir looking just to get anything onto Acno here.
Jakeyy tried with the neutral signature. Yeah, there's just like really, there's a lot of Zol stuff that when you pick Zol in 2s, you expect someone to hit. And unfortunately, he's not able to find like any signatures, which is really devastating. Nice.
Blaze looking for that end sig, not
neutral
going to be able to
signature.
find it.
That was a smart play from
Yeah.
Blaze, and then an even smarter play from Jakeyy to get away from it. Not that time, though. That one hit.
Okay, that's Mounir's last stock gone to both members of Red Team offstage here for just a moment. The D-light into the sail and the side sig as well to be able to go ahead and close it out. And that is going to be the game. That is going to be the set. Acno, Godly, and Blaze. Wow. What is it going to say about this team?
I got a question for Blaze. He did 622 damage and he got 5 KOs, but my question is, why is he sidelight inlight on Lance? I don't, where is this coming?